Thanks for clicking on this channel. Breaking news. I don't want to see Nnamdi Kanu in this attire again, says judge to DSS. Meanwhile, the trial adjourned as he objects to fresh charges. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Department of State Services to allow the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to change his outfit. Kanu, who is facing charges bordering on terrorism and treasonable felony, was arraigned in court on Tuesday. His lead counsel, Ozekhome, SAN, drew the attention of the judge to the treatment his client was being subjected to in the custody of the DSS. He said Kanu was still being kept in solitary confinement, adding that inmates who greeted him were also being subjected to the same treatment. This is despite an order by Justice Nyako for the DSS to allow the IPOB leader to practice his faith, have his bath, change his clothes, and eat properly. In response, Nyako reiterated her earlier order for the DSS to allow Kanu to enjoy some comfort. She, however, reminded his counsel that a detention facility is not a five-star hotel. I don't want to see him in these clothes again. This one is almost off-white. Also, make sure that you allow him to exercise, Nyako added. Meanwhile, the trial of the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, stalled on Tuesday after he objected to the fresh charges brought against him by the federal government. The federal government had filed fresh terrorism charges against the detained leader of the proscribed IPOB leader before the Federal High Court on Monday. Consequently, the initial 7 counts bordering on treasonable felony and terrorism against him increased to 15. But during his trial, which held amidst heavy security presence, Kanu objected to the fresh charges. The court is now expected to reconvene on Wednesday for him to take his plea. Earlier in the day, one of the lead counsels for the IPOB leader, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, announced that human rights lawyer Ozekhome, SAN, will now lead the delegation of lawyers representing Kanu. Addressing journalists after the proceedings, Ozekhome said, "I have consulted with my client with regards to the 15-count charge. Some of the statements made by him that were not clear, which I pointed out to the court, the prosecution has been able to give me a copy that is more legible. With that, we will take the next step. No one is running from a plea being taken. But the point we made today, which the court appreciated, is that you can't take plea to counts that have not been given to you. We were served some minutes to 10 a.m. yesterday, a 15-count amended charge for a case coming up today, whereas the last date of adjournment was 2nd of December, so they had well over 1 month to do that, but they didn't. I believe that was intended to frustrate today's proceedings. In any event, that was the 6th time they are amending the charge. Each time they amend, I file a preliminary objection. They go back to the drawing board to re-amend." Meanwhile, pro- and anti-Nnamdi Kanu protesters have hit the streets of Abuja. While the anti-Kanu protesters are accusing the IPOB leader of treason and calling for a speedy trial, the pro-Kanu group insists it is within the rights of IPOB to demand independence from the Nigerian state. Please watch the video of what happened in court today via BBC Pidgin.
Okay, if you just join us, this is now the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the inside court where the trial of Nnamdi Kanu go start. We don't hear from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer then, but this now the prosecution lawyer where they handle the government side. They say no one talk, and that when the trial finish, you go fit talk to us, but he say no they talk. But we know say they don't amend charges for Nnamdi Kanu trial today. When we hear say they don't summar another, they don't amend the charges for him. When we tell Nancy, we can give a small explanation as a informate on top the ordinary people where they understand what they happen. So, prosecution lawyer, just tell us briefly what they happen for court today for our PG audience. Okay, so now don't hear, you know, they do media trial, but the prosecution lawyer don't day court, and also the defense counsel. Now we know say they don't carry Ogbonge san where go lead the counsel, where go lead the Nnamdi Kanu trial today, and no be person when I know sabi now our own son Mike Ozekhome now he go lead the counsel for the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Hello, son. We know that you're here and you're the lead counsel. Could you just tell us briefly, maybe in pidgin, waiting the ordinary people may they expect for court today from Una, considering the fact say they don't amend the charges against your client?
DSS no go let people when they see him. So even as I just sit down here, I never even see him. He himself never even say they don't have many child because we never see. Because of that, when I say the way they do it, we say they won't make the case go today. Because if they won't make it go today, they will serve on this day. Even if not 2 weeks ago, why is it for yesterday when they get it for today? So then they go, say this one, what will be this? This one will be justice for Nnamdi Kanu. This one will be justice. Justice they say the balance for the state, for the IPOB, and also for the society.
Okay, so now you the lead the proceeding. Now you the lead for Nnamdi Kanu place now. Now where you don't take over the team, the legal team. Now where you don't take over, what thing will change? Which new approach we will go see for this case? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so I don't hear. The defense lawyer, the prosecution lawyer, all of them don't take court today. The prosecution lawyer say, then they know they do media trial. Say they don't know what they write and they can't pay to though they ready to continue with the trial. And the prosecution lawyer say, well, and these new changes where they do, they carry amend the charges, then they never see them say, they can't pay like that. But maybe they see waiting go play out for court today. So, like we say, we day inside court for the Federal High Court, Nigerian capital, where the trial of Nnamdi Kanu go soon start. The judge never come, but both the prosecution and the defense lawyer, all of them don't turn up for here. Even journalists have done ready, and everybody don't sit down to watch waiting go happen today. Waiting we know say go happen, be say the new charges, then go read and to ram, make it plead guilty or not guilty to ram. And if that won't happen, then go see whether they will continue with the trial. But if you just join us, this now the BBC Pidgin live broadcast from the Nigerian capital, Abuja, where the trial of Nnamdi Kanu go start. We know say this trial done day since 2015. Make we give a timeline of waiting and waiting don't happen. We know say now for October 2015 they arrest and arraign Kanu on top charges of treasonable felony, unlawful possession of arms, and illegal importation of broadcast equipment for Federal High Court Abuja. The same October 2015, Kanu and the defendants denied the charges them. December 2015, court ordered the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but the federal government refused to comply. For another December 2015, the federal government filed another 5-count charge of treasonable felony against them. And even though other courts being say made them go lock and for Kuje prison, citing threats to national security. For May 2016, Nnamdi Kanu carry cry go ECOWAS, say the Nigerian government no one grant and bail. For 2017, the federal government, the Federal High Court for Abuja can grant and bail on health grounds. For April 2017, Kanu can become free man once again after them detain him for 18 months. For September 2015, Kanu can japa from Niger. September 2017, the lawyer where they represent Kanu then say he never yarn with his client since September 14 when soldiers invading house for Imo State. October 2017, when court resumed in treason trial, Kanu be no show for court. Now till them, that case they go on. The case been dragged till for 2021 for June. Now government repatriate Nnamdi Kanu can enter Niger. Now the country where they repatriate them from we don't know, but we know say they repatriate them from one country like that. Come Niger. The brothers been saying now from Kenya, but Kenya government for press interview with BBC deny and say them they no be the one where repatriate and say they no get hand for the matter. For that June 2021, court order make them lock him for SSS custody until July 26. For July 26, 2021, court adjourned, then carry and come court adjourned the case to October 21, 2021. For October, they bring Kanu come court with plenty security and court adjourned to 10th November. For 10th November, case be no hold. Sake of waiting happen. Nnamdi Kanu lawyers them say since they no allow other lawyers gain access to the courtroom, then they no fit continue with the case. They can't stage walkout. For December 2nd, 2021, they can't do an emergency trial where we say the Nnamdi Kanu lawyers can't they ask say make court bring the case come forward. That is, it's made they abridge the time for trial come forward. And as sake of that, the judge them, the judge who have been the preside over the matter, Binta Nyako, come move the case from 19 come 18, and today now the 18 where the trial they start like this. So the trial goes last for 3 days, where be 18, 19, and 20. Waiting we know so far, we say Nnamdi Kanu dey court. We now know say the person where they lead the legal team for Nnamdi Kanu now, San Mike Ozekhome, where be San for Nigeria, where also where be Ogbonge lawyer for Nigeria. Now he go they lead the counsel. They lead the legal team for Nnamdi Kanu. And so we go to hear waiting with the third court today. And also we know say the prosecution counsel, them they also turned up for here. They ready can't pay and say then they set. But they no go do media trial and they no go chook out on top media matter or say their case go speak for them. So now so far now waiting they happen for inside court where we did for Federal High Court Abuja be this.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and click on notification button so that whenever we upload new video you will be notified.